Hey, we got Andre here, closed his second deal with us. Congrats, man. And
Appreciate it.
we closed a deal in Indiana. So
Mhm.
so what we're gonna do today is just go over the deal, break it down, how we found it, how we negotiated it, how we got it under how we sold it, and just go through the whole process.
Yeah, absolutely. So, just to let you know a little bit about this deal, the one we found in Hammond, Indiana. This actually was I found it on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh wow,
Um,
Facebook Marketplace.
yeah, Facebook Marketplace. And it was in probate.
That's funny because I tell everybody like why not contact all the free leads? Zillow, Facebook, Craigslist,
Hmm.
like
Yep. So it's Facebook Marketplace free lead, and then it was in probate. And so I went through and I reached out to the lady, and ironically, they had been trying to sell this property for a year and a half. And I reached out to her. I said, "Hey, well, we'd like to purchase this property from you. I deal with investors that's purchasing in the area, and I definitely would love to get this property under contract." And so she agreed. She's like, "Yeah, we've been trying to sell it for a year and a half. We haven't been able to get nobody to buy it and stuff like that."
so the owner
So
so the owner has been trying to sell it on their own for a year and a
mhm,
half.
for a
Wow.
year and a half, they've been trying to sell it on their own. The husband father had passed, so the house was just sitting there. And so they had listed on Facebook Marketplace. They said people, Facebook Marketplace, you always got people reaching out, but don't nobody never follow through. So
Right.
I said, I think this is something we'll be interested in. And then I scheduled an appointment to actually go out and look at the property, take pictures as well.
Awesome, man. So we made 10,000 profit on this deal, and
Yes.
did you invest any of your own money in the deal? Did you get your credit checked or anything like that?
No. Actually, I didn't have to invest in anything. That's the beautiful thing about wholesaling. I literally didn't have to put no money down, no nothing. Um, no, I didn't put anything. It was all just me working with you and us partnering up, finding this lady a buyer that had been looking. Her and her husband had been looking for a long time.
What about earnest money? You put earnest money down?
No earnest money. And ironically, in our contracts, we don't put much earnest money, but no earnest money either.
Awesome,
And
man.
and normally our earnest money only $10, but yeah. So, but a
Right.
lot of people we've been dealing with, they haven't really been worried about earnest money. They want to get the property sold, and that's what
Yeah,
we come in and try to get the property sold for people.
gotcha. So how do you position yourself when you're talking to the seller? Are you like are you saying you're buying it, or are you letting them know that you got investors coming in? Like how are you positioning yourself when you're talking?
I like to tell people that I'm an acquisition manager. I help investors find properties,
Awesome.
and that's looking to buy properties in the area. And I tell them we try to close within 14 to 30 days. With this one here, it actually took a little longer because when you go through probate, I guess what I learned in Indiana was whatever you have on the court dockets, what you're selling the house for is what you're supposed to sell the house for. So I think it originally was listed for 50,000. However, all the investors that came and looked at it, they all came in a little bit under that there. So in order for us to make this deal work, we was able to get the seller to kind of drop it by 10,000, and then we was able to make our profit off of it as well as 10,000 as well. So
Yeah.
we got under contract for 40 and we sold for 50 because everybody was coming in at about 50,000.
But initially we were higher, right? So we were trying to sell for
Mm-hmm.
what price were we trying to sell initially? I don't
I,
remember.
I think it was about 65, close to 70, something like that.
And then you had
Yeah,
it and then you had it under contract for what price initially?
we had it under contract for originally 50.
50. Awesome. And then we
Mm-hmm.
had to get it down to we had to get the seller down to 40 to make it work, right?
We had to get the seller down to 40 to make it work and stuff like that, which they were happy with. Then what happened was, since we get negotiated down to 40, the lawyer had to go to the court and change it from 50 to 40. So that kind of held us up for a couple of weeks and stuff like that. So then once we took care of that, it was fine. And the good thing about it, the location was good. It was like 14, 15 minutes away from the Horseshoe Casino. And then there's a lot of development and construction going on in that area as well.
Yeah. So you had to go back and renegotiate the contract with the seller. What did that conversation look like? How'd you do that?
I just told her, hey, the prices, we need to kind of drop the prices a little bit by, 10,000 to make this deal work. Which they was open for, because they had been trying to sell it for a year and a half, and it was just sitting there,
Yeah.
and it was a win-win, for everybody. And so yeah, after they thought about it, they've been trying to sell this property for, like I said, a year and a half. They was like, okay, let's go ahead. We want to get this deal done. And unfortunately, during the process, the seller, the wife had lost a relative. I think it was her dad that passed.
Yeah.
And then they needed that money as well also. So yeah, and then that kind of motivated them, hey, let's get this deal done because we need this money also to help with the family.
That's awesome, man. So that's good. You didn't give up on the deal, right? A lot of
No.
people, they go like they get offers at a lower price in their contract, and they just throw the deal away and give up on it, right? So that's a good thing to do, is like, yeah, just get your highest offer, your highest and best offer that you can get, and then a week goes by, you don't have a buyer, 2 weeks maybe, and then go back to the owner and say, hey, listen, this is the highest we got. You
Yeah.
know, our investors, this is the best we can do, and then you try to renegotiate the contract. So,
Hmm.
um, and that's
Yeah.
awesome. Imagine a year and a half of no one helping you, no one, they're trying to sell it on their own, and then you come along and help the seller, a year and a half of trying to get this done, and you got it done. So, congrats, man. That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Even the one we're working on right now, you and I are working on Shields.
Yeah,
We originally thought we was going to sell that for more. However, the numbers kept coming back, and everybody kept coming back at a lower number. And then so we had to go to the owner and let them know, hey, this is what everybody coming in at. And this is this distressed property that has been sitting for well over 10, 15 years.
yeah,
Um, and then he was okay with, okay, let's go ahead and let's get this deal done. Um,
yeah,
so yeah, so a lot of times you just got to show, you just have to present the facts. And since we mentioned it out there, talking about the facts, even the one we dealing with, me and Russell dealing with a lot of deals right now. So we dealing with one on Honorary, and I had to show and on the one on Honorary that we're dealing with the taxes, and I
yeah,
had to show her the back taxes aid. And people are visual, so I sent her the videos. I mean, pictures. Hey,
yeah,
these are the back taxes. These are the penalties, and stuff like that. And when people see the numbers, and then they understand why you come in at some of the numbers, because some of the numbers have to be low in order to make the deal work. And I let people know, hey, you're gonna walk away. Hey, you may not be walking away with what you want. However, your back taxes are paid. You walking away with something, and then you're not. This debt is not held over your head as well, because as you know, last week we had a property that was like $96,000 behind in back taxes.
yeah, yeah. And we thought we were gonna sell it for, like, I think it was 80, right?
Yeah,
So
uh-huh.
that's important. Like, if you get a deal and they owe a lot in taxes, is to get the tax redemption amount first before you
Yeah.
start marketing it. And sometimes it does take some time for the city and the title company to get it. I think it's been a couple weeks now, right? Since that deal.
Yeah, I talked to Desiree yesterday, and she's actually going to crunch some numbers for us. I followed back up with her when we got the call, because we got two properties that we want to market, and hopefully we can get those sold. But
Yeah,
yeah, people like to see the facts. If you could present the facts and present your case to the people and take it to them,
yeah,
you'll be able to really close out on these deals. And follow up is very important. And what I'm learning is, hey, the money is in the follow up. If you want to be successful in this business, you got to follow up. Until they tell you no, you just keep following up.
yeah. And we got our third deal closing hopefully in the next couple weeks. We're just waiting on.
Mm-hmm.
I got the contractors. We're waiting on a scope of work. Chicago Heights is a real pain in the butt to deal with as far as
Yeah.
wholesale. You need to get a scope of work, and the buyer needs to post a bond. But that should be our third deal closing. So you got to
Yeah.
start looking at, after you close. I always say after you close maybe like 5 deals on your own. Start looking at, hiring. Start looking at maybe mentoring other people, building a team, stuff like that. So it works. You know the steps.
Mm-hmm.
You know the process. You've done it on your own, 5 times, and then so how do you feel about eventually building the team and so you don't have to do everything yourself?
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, I'm open to building a team. I have tried some VAs. Be honest with you, I kind of when I listen to a lot of the calls and stuff like that, I'm closing out. I did VAs for a couple of months, and honestly, I don't know if it was the VA or the company I use, what have you. I had no VA close me, bring me no deals. All my deals had literally come from me out there on the
Yeah.
grind, whether I'm text messaging personally, whether I'm driving for dollars, and whether I'm just
Yeah.
running my mouth and stuff like that. So eventually, I would like to go back to that process. And then I've just been training, like mentoring my son as well,
Awesome.
and some of his friends in Florida. So I'm actually going to see if I can get you come in one day and just give them some encouragement and give them some do's and don'ts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Whenever you have time and stuff like that. So I meet with them on Saturday mornings, normally about 10 o'clock.
Oh, nice. So you're already mentoring other people to get in the business.
Yeah, because my son just got his license, and I don't want him to. When you get into real estate, a lot of people don't tell you. You know how to pass the test. You learn the laws, which is good and stuff like that. But you got to find you a niche in real estate. And I know
Yeah.
wholesaling is. I love wholesaling, not only because you're dealing with people. The majority of people we deal with have issues.
Right.
And
Right.
they got a problem that need to be solved, and that's where we come in at. Yeah, you can make good money off of it. You can close a deal in 14 to 30 days. But if you're a person that loves the community, if you're a person that loves going into your community, being a help and helping individuals, then wholesaling real estate is definitely for you.
Right. Right. It's awesome, man. So you're on your path, man. Like that's good that you're starting. I'm not sure what would the VA that you didn't work out like. What were you having them do exactly? Were they like
I,
going were they going through the whole process of making the actual offer and submitting it, or were they just trying to get warm leads that want an offer and then send them to you?
yeah, I was trying to get them to give me leads and stuff like that. So I was listening to a lot of calls, and honestly, I think it was the English barrier between the language, and then sometimes you listen to the call. It's always that like 3 seconds before it seems like the phone is connected or what have you. So I just think it was something on that line. But I am going to go back, and I think you did a video on your course as well. And Russell has a great course. I'm telling y'all cannot beat the price. It's like $100 a month. And then Russell got 1,000 videos that he's posting out and stuff like that. And the good thing about Russell program, you always have access to him. He's willing to work with you. And then also, if you do your first deal with Russell, he give you that a year free. So you can't beat it. Russell is one of the best out there. He's not flashy. He's not going to brag. You won't see him flossing on television talking about how he done made millions of dollars wholesaling and stuff like that. But he gets the work done, and I can tell you he's very successful at it as well.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you. And that's what I do is, man, is just to help other people to change their financial future, man. So you can just turn around and be a blessing to your kids and everyone around you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
And,
goal, man.
and one thing I like about wholesaling, Russell, the freedom. The freedom to go when you want to, the freedom to do this thing remotely. And I love my freedom, and that's one thing about me. I got to be on the go. I can't sit in the building all day. So I love the freedom. And guess what? I may not make it what I want now, but it's coming. But I'm fine with that because I have my freedom. And there's nothing like having your freedom to be able to travel and go when you want to as well. So,
Exactly.
this has been a blessing. You have been a blessing. So I'm enjoying the journey right now.
You too, man. You've been a blessing for me too. So going back to this deal, so
Mm-hmm.
I always tell everyone like the foundation, like pick a market, like focus on a market where you're at, and then every
Yeah.
single Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, like every single lead for sale by owner and for rent, you
Mm-hmm.
should you should be calling in your market because these are free leads already out there.
Yeah.
They're saying they want an offer. They're already warm leads, basically. They're already raising their hand saying they want to sell. And then
Yes.
the rentals, all you gotta do is try to convince them if they want a rent to own offer. So those are potential like rent to owns, Airbnbs. But I
Mm-hmm.
also say those are potential wholesale deals too. I always say, even if it's a for rent, I would also make a cash offer if possible, right?
Yes.
Mm. So for everyone out there listening that can't find leads or is not getting enough leads, focus on that. Like max out your market, every single for sale by owner for rent, Facebook Marketplace, Zillow,
Mm-hmm.
Craigslist, and then
Yes.
after you hit those leads, then hit go to tax delinquencies, go to pre-foreclosures, probates, and
Hmm.
and then then you're really maxing out your market, right? You're hitting all the distress lists, you're hitting all the free leads,
Yeah.
and once you're maxing out all those lists, you should maybe look at the next market over, or you can start looking at in PropWire. There's absentee owners. There's probably gonna,
Hmm.
you know, there's probably gonna be tons and tons of leads with absentee owners and with free and clear properties, but those are less distressed, so you probably get a lower response rate. So
Yeah, and I use Omar, the guy that you recommend in your videos. He give you 2,000 leads for $65. And
yeah,
you pull your list from PropWire, so I use him all the time. And then also, yeah, you can do. Our first lead was an expired listing. This lead was our probate, Facebook Marketplace. I got two other ones I'm working on now. Those are in probate as well. So I'm dealing with some owners that's out of state. So hopefully we can get those under contract within the next week or two. But yes, deals out there. No matter what you do, whether you're driving for dollars, we got deals that we're working on for driving for dollars. The deals are out there. You got to stay consistent. You got to stay positive and motivated. And I really see motivated. I tell people to be driven. See, motivation, you got to be pumped up every other day. But when you're driven, you don't need to be pumped up because it's something you want to do.
right, right, exactly. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Appreciate you. So what can so the next steps, like the future, what is your plan? Like what's your goal as far as building your team out and maybe
Yeah,
potentially.
so right now, I'm focused on cash flowing right now. So I'm building up my cash flow. And then from there, me and my wife, we're going to go ahead and we already own some properties, but I think our next step is a multifamily. And then we definitely want to build out a team, like you said. And I have to do the research more. I believe I need to go back and watch your Upwork video on finding the VA. And
Yeah,
then, yeah, so definitely get somebody that's experienced that can come in and kind of knock some of these deals out for us. Well, all thing I have to do is just call and close it out. But
yeah,
yeah, so that's the goal within about the summertime, just to have a solid team as well, where I can just continue to grow the business.
yeah. You're looking to buy multifamily for yourself?
Yeah, yeah. So that'll be our next step because we're gonna definitely live in 1 hour units free of charge, of course,
Yeah, yeah.
and let our tenants pay the what's the name, and then of course we got an investment property, a couple of investment properties in Indiana. We got two, and then back home in Illinois we got one. So I'm actually in between both. I'm on the borderline of Illinois and Indiana, so I travel back and forth.
Awesome, man. Yeah, that's the goal, man. Just stack up the cash and then
Mm-hmm.
use that money for
Yeah, some
cash
yeah,
flowing.
some passive. Yeah, definitely some passive where I can be making some money while I'm sleeping as well.
Exactly. Exactly. Are you making rent to own offers or Airbnb offers on deals you get or no?
You know what? No, but maybe I should because we have a successful Airbnb, and I understand it, and I've been doing it for a while. I think I'm gonna go back and watch some of your Airbnb videos as well, get some
Yeah.
knowledge to see how y'all was reaching out to some of the owners and see if I can find some of these properties that have been sitting for a while that's for rent, and maybe the owners will let me come in and do some Airbnbs.
Yeah, yeah. I always say like if the property is like in great condition,
Mm-hmm.
open ready, I think a lot of the deals that you're seeing are probably not in that type of condition is what I'm seeing. But when you do find those, I would always say make a rent to own offer. And then
Yeah.
if it's in like a great area where people would want to travel and it's safe at night, then you can do an Airbnb offer there too.
Yeah, so I'm what I may do is just go into on the MLS to expired rentals and
Yeah,
see properties that didn't rent. That's pretty nice, and see I can go from there.
yeah, yeah. I always recommend that because it's like um a year from now, if you start making a lot of rent to own Airbnb offers, if you just pull one deal a month, I mean, and you get at the end of the year, you got 12 cash flowing Airbnbs or rent to owns, that could be 10 grand a month right there. So
Yeah,
while making the cash offers and doing the wholesaling, you're gonna get a lot of leads that come in that are in great shape. Maybe they owe too much for a wholesale deal to work. Uh,
hmm
in that situation, you want to turn around and see if you can pull a rent to own off or Airbnb off.
you know what? That's an excellent idea. I didn't think of that. So yeah, I appreciate that. So yeah, I'm starting looking more into that as well.
Yeah, yeah. Like I had one of my students I interviewed, he did 15 Airbnbs in 9 months. So I mean, 9 months
Wow.
ago he didn't have any Airbnb cash flow, and then he wakes up 9 months later and he's got like 10, 50, 15 grand a month coming in, which is insane, you know, like it can
Oh, that's
happen.
real good. Then let me ask you this here, because I won't take up too much time. How did he get it furnished? Did he mention how he got it furnished?
They used from what I remember, they were using I don't remember the company, but we recommend like court rental furniture.
Oh, some rentals. Yeah.
Yeah, they do rental. So they sell used furniture for like
Uh
half the
huh.
price. It's had like half the price, but it looks like it's brand new. So I recommend Port Furniture. They're nationwide.
Okay.
They deliver. They also set up and stage as well.
Man, they have so much. They have everything, something for everything.
Yeah,
That's the beauty.
yeah, exactly, man. Awesome, man. Appreciate you. Um, anything else I can help you with, or any last words for everybody?
No, but I'm gonna send you over the contract for Honorary. Last night was able to get the price reduced for that one there as far as buying it because of the taxes. So I finally was able to convince her, we need to lower the price on that. So I'm gonna send you that shortly. But no, my words is consistent every week. Just stay consistent. Just keep at it. Trust me, something's gonna come through if you stay consistent and keep doing what you need to do. Get out there, talk to people, let people know what you're doing.
Yeah. Stop trying to know everything and learn everything and start taking action, right?
Right, right. Yeah, you got to take action. And guess what? We're gonna fail and we're gonna make mistakes, stuff like that. That's why we got individuals like yourself. When you're dealing with the title company or your lawyers, people that's been doing it for a while, that'll help you out and guide you through the process. But you got to get out there. Don't let fear hold you back, because if you let fear hold you back, you'll never get it done.
Exactly. Exactly. Appreciate it, man. All right, appreciate your time, Andre.
I
Congrats on your
appreciate it.
second deal closing. We should be closing our third deal in the next few weeks, hopefully. And then I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot more in the pipeline.
Yeah, y'all gonna see me on Russell Channel at least once a month going forward. That's the deals I plan on closing with them, and the minimum.
Awesome, brother. Appreciate you, man. God bless you, man.
All right, you too. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Take care.